In this episode, we have an enlightening chat with FeFeelya Monk of the planet Hylonimo, where everyone wears their emotions on their sleeves for all to see.
It's a world where ice cream sundaes and therapy are the two biggest industries.
So roll up your towel into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to learn about the Dwarf times and the infiltration of the Queen.
Shut up and sit down.
welcome back to Hitchhikers and Appetizers. Coming to you from Millyways and Booth 42, I am Trellis Gardeen, and with me, as always, is...
I am Horatio Zinn. I am here completing Trellis Gardeen here in the booth.
He's the 4 to my 2. He's twice the me.
I am, in our trio, I am 2/3.
Exactly. Look,
sorry for the math, for those math challenged out there.
Don't tax my brain. You know it doesn't like it.
No.
The other sentient organs in me don't like it either, because that takes away from... If the brain's doing math, then my organs aren't getting attention, and they're a little jealous.
It's good to know. We should do a special on that. Right now, though, we have a guest, and it would be rude to do a special on another subject when we have a guest here waiting to speak.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hi. So I didn't want to interrupt.
You're very kind.
Happy to be here. My name is FeFeelya Monk, and just stopping by. And I'm from the planet Hylonimo.
Hylonimo.
Mm-hmm.
I love the name. Oh, I love to say Hylonimo.
Hylonimo.
It reminds me of a snack, with some kind of something in there.
Yeah, I'll have a Hylonimo Sunday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is that from your planet?
Is that the origin of the Hylonimo Sunday?
Yeah, I don't like to brag right off the bat, but
Go
it
for
looks
it.
like I did it. Yes.
If you're from the planet that's responsible for the Hylonimo Sunday, you have bragging rights.
Okay.
That's a Hylonimo brag.
Yes, that is wonderful. Oh, it's such an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
I was honored before, but now I am honored with a layer of confection.
Chocolate and chopped nuts, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Which isn't too far from your normal beard contents, though, Horatio, so...
No, that's true. I probably have a bit of Hylonimo Sunday in my beard somewhere.
So, what can you tell us about yourself and Hylonimo?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Well, born and raised on Hylonimo. Mm-hmm. And the thing about Hylonimo that makes everything unique is every single person who is born there, literally, we're known for wearing our heart on our sleeve. So what I mean by that is that you can tell when you're on Hylonimo or when you're a Hylonimonian that everyone can tell how you're feeling. So if I go to the grocery and I'm in a bad mood, the cashier is like, oh, having a tough one? Like, they can tell, and you can't hide it.
Is it a literal heart on your sleeve?
Or like a birthmark that looks like a heart that changes colors?
Well, it's kind of, that's a great question, because...
This is for our listeners because we can see. We're here. We can see you.
Yeah, you see it. I'd love to hide it sometimes, but you can't. So, yes, on your sleeve, there's a glowing... I don't know if you've ever had a planet that had, I think they were called mood rings.
Yes, I've heard of such things, yes. Only for royalty on some planets.
Right. We have mood rings, but it's not a ring. It's our skin. It's a little insignia, and it's different colors for your mood. So people can always tell.
Horatio, I think I may have found some of my family line, because...
Don't say that about her. Don't say that about her.
My entire skin is mood skin, so my coloring is always reflecting what I have going on deep inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he can't hide it.
I may be a hybrid of what's the official term for you people?
Hylonimonians, yeah.
Hylonimonian.
Well...
It follows, obviously, Trellis.
Hylonimonian, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, Trellis, you very well might be. There are a lot of offshoots, because the thing is, we let other, I don't want to say people. We let other beings into the planet at all times. So a Hylonimonian you'll always know how they feel. However, when someone visits, we might not know how you feel, which is an interesting thing to navigate. And they can have children, so you could be, I don't know, you could be a distant relative.
How far back does your lineage go, Trellis? No, this is that's it. I don't want to ignore our guest.
My parents were from Glandar, as far as I know, but now,
Well,
Were they born and raised on Glandar?
as far as I know, yes, but who knows? I may have just been left in a plastic surgery waiting office, and they were there and said, "Hey, we came in for a nose, but we're coming out with a newborn."
Well, your parents were the plastic surgeons at where you worked, correct?
Yes.
I think I figured this out.
Oh,
I think you were left there. They were kindly old plastic surgeons.
well, Trellis, I hope we didn't just drop a giant change in your life here today. Is this? Wow.
Well, it's been a while since I've seen them. I'm a little.
Ooh.
And I always do crave Sundays, so.
Right.
Well, who doesn't, though, Trellis? Who doesn't?
But mine's more of a yearning. It's not just because my tongue wants some sweet tasting dessert.
Well, you can see from my arm how I'm feeling about this, and I'm feeling a little guilty, a little nervous for breaking this.
No. You should not feel guilty for me. If Trellis feels bad.
It is gray. It does look a little gray.
Yeah.
Your heart looks a little gray.
A little gray.
Is that guilt? I assume that's guilt.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you inherently know Trellis, it seems. So there's another clue that you might be one of us.
Oh, my. Learning. I hate to take emphasis away from our guest, but that is fascinating.
This feels like a reveal show today or something.
If we can make Trellis teeter a bit, feel a bit off balance, I think that's a wonderful thing because you will watch the way his skin changes. It will go back and forth. It's amazing.
I could start emotionally eating at any point.
Yes, as opposed to just regular eating.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If I'm starting to get upset, it's going to be a lot of orange, followed by a lot of orange chicken.
Yes.
Yes.
It's logical. It's logical in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. You mentioned, 'cause I don't want it all to be focusing on my.
Oh, of course you wanted to all
This is a big
focus
deal.
on you. Who are we talking to, Trellis?
my apparently getting dropped off on a planet at some point. But you mentioned it can be a little dicey when people come to the planet who don't wear their emotions on their sleeves.
Yes.
What's like one of the worst incidents where someone were they trying to pull one over on the locals?
Oh, yeah. And honestly, this is an ongoing thing. We've had regulation after regulation from our leaders trying to figure out how to manage this. I think the biggest one was in the year, what was it? In 872. We're all on the planet. We all know how each other feel. We're going along. And someone from a different planet, which I'm trying to decide if I shall remain nameless or not.
Oh, this is a gossip show.
Yeah, this is.
Okay. So someone from a different planet, I don't know if you've heard of this planet called Nefartu.
Oh, Nefartu.
Yeah. So Nefartu.
It's got a very nefarious.
Exactly. Well, and we should have known, right? We should have known. Yeah. But we were taking everyone at face value. So someone from Nefartu came in and had a love affair with our queen.
Oh.
Right? And part of what attracted her to this gentleman, and his name was Dark, which is a weird dark, like
Dark.
not D-A-R-K, like D-A-U-E-R-K. Dark.
That sounds like dwark.
Well, he kind of was, but
He was a dwark.
yeah, exactly. Dark.
There's a whole planet of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I wish we had the state of mind to make fun of him, but everyone was actually enamored by this gentleman because we couldn't read his emotions, right? And that's new. So the queen, they say like people like bad boys, or they like people who they can't quite understand. Does he like me? Does he not? She never could tell. So he infiltrated our queen and then
Infiltrated your queen.
Well,
Oh,
Oh my!
he did do that.
I'm going to.
this show got a little racy
It
today.
did. Yes. I just want to tell you the truth. You said, that's what happened.
Oh yeah, yes.
So he infiltrated our queen, and then he started getting into the government secrets because she's revealing everything. He can read her heart.
Was she very talky?
What'd you say?
Was she very talky when she's infiltrated?
She is very talky when she's infiltrated.
I can be.
More so than when she's not infiltrated. It's
Who hasn't let a few secrets slip when they're being infiltrated?
exactly.
Pillow talk
Exactly.
infiltration.
Yes.
The post-infiltration glow makes one want to confess.
Right? Yeah. So, it became a real problem. Laws were changed. We call that as the dark time in our history.
That makes sense. The dark.
The
The Dwark times.
D-U-A-R-K or
D-U.
D-A?
Wait, sorry. D-A-E-U-R-K. Sometimes the spelling changes, and that's how it is right now. Dark.
Funny, because on my planet, spellings change all the
Great.
time because we keep terrible records.
Yes.
There's no set way to spell our planet's name. Just to
Okay.
And the only reason why he's still named Horatio is because he left the planet, and therefore there was no one to change the record.
Yes, and I wore a name tag for many years.
Oh, okay.
Then it changed to a lanyard, but that's a different story.
Well,
Dark times.
yes, the dark times. So, yeah, people have, and eventually, there was a war, and he was extradited, he was gone, and...
Oh, I thought you were going to say executed. That would have been...
No, we didn't know.
That would have been dwark. That would have been very
It
dwark.
would have been. No, we are a kind people. We try not to execute people or anyone from another planet or from our planet.
Sometimes these things just happen.
They do.
Now you say try. That implies there have been some times
Well,
where someone has been executed.
All I'm gonna say is if you look at someone's heart on their sleeve and it becomes a dark red, you should maybe just get away from them as fast as possible.
Dark red.
Yeah.
I will make a note of that. Dark red. Dark red means you should have fled.
Does that mean there's a rage storm coming?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And that's funny that you said that, Trellis, because that's what we refer to it as. Like, it's a rage storm.
Again, I think I really am a lost son.
Yes.
Prodigal son of the planet.
Trellis, I'm stepping into your realm a bit. I have a poem.
Oh.
This is to help me remember this if I ever go to your planet. Dark red means I should have fled.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that good? Is that good?
That works. That's
You
right
can-
up.
Thank you.
I think, had you not just said that, I feel like I would have written that.
I wondered if perhaps you did sometime and I just copied it accidentally.
I feel like this makes me think I should have you write some sort of grand tale of the prodigal son of Hylonimo, obviously starring myself.
Of course.
At some point, but we'll worry about that later.
It sounds.
Yes, that's a different thing.
It sounds like a hero's journey to me. Like.
We will make it sound like
Well-
one, yes.
No one's ever really used the term hero with me, so
Journeys happen. Trial.
that might be a stretch. Man walking.
Just a journey.
Let's just call it a
Journey.
journey.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's a-
Yeah.
Man
We'll call
walking.
it a journey.
Man walking is
One-
just is not as inspiring somehow.
One Trellis's journey. How about that? Do you have any control over your
Well,
heart sleeve? Sleeve?
that's a great question, Trellis, and you want to, right? Like, I say I'm going over to my girlfriend's house and we're gonna have our, our daily gossip sesh.
Ooh, girl talk,
Yes,
girl
Right?
talk.
Very
And
good.
say maybe she's done something that's agitated me, and I come over and I've baked some Hylonimonian cookies, and I'm trying to ingratiate myself to her, but she sees clearly on my arm that there's a dark green glow that means I'm agitated with her, right? So in that moment, then her arm turns a different color. And so then in my brain, I'm like, oh, she knows, she knows, she knows. So then I turn purple because I'm like trying to change. And it just, you can't control how you feel or come off, however you try to. It becomes this crazy mind game, really.
Now, I could see this causing some cross signals because if you're in a group, someone might think that your emotion
Yeah.
is directed at them, when in
Oh.
fact, it's directed at somebody else.
Well,
Or, if someone thinks you are into them, and you are actually checking out a person who's 10 feet beyond them.
oh, yes. Oh,
Oh.
you wouldn't even believe. This happens at bars all the
Hijinks.
time.
Hi-
It's
hijinks.
Hijinks ensue.
Hijinks ensue. People, everyone's at the bar having a drink, and somebody's arm turns a pink, which we refer to it as a John Bon pink. That's the love. Like I feel you, I love you. So if somebody's arm turns pink like that, someone else might misinterpret that for them, and then they go hit on them, and then it's chaos because it's really,
Yes.
oh, my arm's pink for Glargor over in the corner, and then
Poor
Tick-
Glargor.
Tonk comes over and tries to hit on you,
Tonk.
and it's like, get out of here, Tick Tonk. That wasn't for you. I'm not feeling John Bon love for you, I'm not feeling the Joby for you.
No.
Is John Bon love? Is that the ultimate love?
Yes, it's like when you can handle anything love. It's like a real. If you were to watch, like, if you were to be in a romantic film or a movie, this is like we've surpassed all odds and we can be there for each other at all times, kind of love.
Forever.
Forever and ever, right? Then
That is beautiful.
it's
Beautiful.
insanely beautiful. It's unbreakable.
Apparently, Horatio and I have not reached that level, as we both have many divorces.
Yes, some marriages as well.
Yes.
Mainly divorces.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Somewhat preliminary, what do you call it? Preemptive divorces. You start dating someone, you realize this is just not good.
I've walked up to women and just handed them divorce papers because I said, it's going to happen whether we get married or not. So here, take some money.
He makes an ideal ex-husband.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, perhaps you, and I won't recommend this, there is an underground market for surgeries to get your heart on your sleeve. And you could perhaps get that so that your paramours can know how you're feeling a little more clearly.
Well, that must be that's for Horatio, right? Because I'm already.
He already glows.
Well,
That's
my entire
true.
skin, like I can't even hide my arm. My whole body is.
Trellis, it's very difficult for you because it's your whole skin, and for us, it's just a thing on our arm. And
You can hide your emotions. Trellis
yes,
cannot.
we can sometimes, and we do sometimes.
I'm not sure I want to know what I'm feeling. I think that might distract.
How do you not know what you're feeling inside your brain?
Yeah, you don't.
How long have you known me, Trellis? How long have you known me?
Long enough that you constantly confuse me.
Yes. Well, then that doesn't take very long. Actually, yes.
Yep.
Yes. I think you've just become used to it.
Well, we know. We know how we're feeling. That's not. It's a signal to everyone else.
I sometimes just doubt my own emotions.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, they can be misleading.
Yeah.
Well, that could be just a supporting part for you then, Horatio.
Yes, we'll get something. An emotion monitor. An emotion. Ooh, yes. I'm sullen and I can't get up.
Oh no.
Like that. That would be terrible. It's just more that I'm comfortable here in the booth, and that's why I can't get up.
Fair enough.
So besides the heart on the sleeve and the
Mm-hmm.
Sundays, is there anything else that Hylonimo is known for that's really bringing? Because it sounds like you have a lot of people coming to the planet.
Yes.
What else is going on there?
We do have a lot of people coming to the planet. People want to test it out. You know, it's actually led to some entertainment television. Do you get television?
Oh, we have various forms of it. Yeah.
So,
There's a few over in the bar area that we will occasionally
large
check out.
screens.
When you've got infinite channels to choose from, though, it does make it a bit difficult to narrow down what you want to watch.
well, you know, I would recommend if you enjoy the reality television, we have a couple big programs coming out of Hylonimo.
Oh.
You know, one is called. There's so many titles. One is called.
I'll just choose one at random. I'm sure I would love whatever you say.
One is called Broken Heart, I See You.
Oh.
And this is where we put couples who have recently broken up, you know, in a house together, like a typical reality show. However, they at all times have to show their broken hearts on their sleeves, and the goal for some of the housemates to turn that broken heart into an unbroken heart and find love. So there's that.
A John Bond?
That is lovely. That is beautiful.
How many John Bonds have
Well, that's
come out
really
of the
funny
show?
that you asked, because they did, of course, they call it, we want you to achieve John Bond status. That's your goal. So from broken heart to John Bond. And there's been some success. Some people say people are faking it, but you can't fake it because it's your heart on your sleeve. So there have been about, I would say, 7 long-term couples out of this show. And they've had, and one couple had a baby already. Yeah.
Oh my. That's a bit of a commitment there. That shows that they've done more than just shake
Absolutely.
hands.
They have been infiltrated and then they had a baby. So that's the first reality show baby from Hylonimo. So that's something.
That's quite a thing, because on most planets, as I understand it, reality shows do not end in happiness.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
No.
Usually it goes the other way. It starts off at the John Bond and ends in the broken heart.
By the end, they're having battles with roses.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's, I think, a successful show because, like I said, you can't hide your emotions. So it's true reality. We are also known for our singing because, when you feel like a true emotion, it often moves you into song. So it's almost...
Oh, this could be the first hiccup. This might be the first hiccup in me being a
Oh.
Yes,
Hylonimo.
Trellis,
We do not
a
sing.
singer.
Not a singer.
at all.
Well, here's the thing, Trellis. It doesn't have to be good singing. It's just singing. So if you're...
I'm back on the map.
Yeah,
I'm back on
tell
the
me
map.
something, Trellis. What makes you the happiest? Like an object. Like you see it and you get it and you're so happy.
Firecracker shrimp.
Yes. Oh, he loves that.
So say you're just walking along and all of a sudden firecracker shrimp falls from the sky, which is something that can happen.
That would be the greatest day in the universe.
Exactly, and that would be the title of your song. So on Hylonimo, firecracker shrimp falls from the sky, and then you, Trellis, break into the greatest day in the universe song. And the thing is, you have to sing it full of all your emotion. If it's off key, it's off key. And this may cause people to run, but you're still feeling your happiness.
This might explain why they do occasionally have a karaoke night.
Yes.
Over in the bar, and I usually end up being the only person in there.
Well.
Even the staff have vacated.
Confession time. It's a regular event, but they only tell Trellis about it.
Oh,
every so
no.
often.
Well.
Yes, I'm sorry. My honesty circuit.
No, that's okay because that's probably for the best, really. I mean,
Well, I just, that's how it would work. So, Trellis, if you come visit Hylonimo, which I kind of think you need to for your journey,
Yes.
you may be breaking into song at some point, and we'll see what that does for you socially.
firecracker shrimp start falling out of the sky. I mean, when I walk off the ship,
Right.
there's a very good chance I would probably start singing.
I find that this addiction to firecracker shrimp, which apparently comes from your world, I think I'm solidifying where my friend here is from.
Does it come from Hylonimo? Did Firecracker Ship originate there along with these
Well,
fabulous Sundays?
Here's the thing. I don't want to get in trouble for saying it originated there. I will say it does rain from the sky quite a bit. So you can infer from that what you will. And I don't know, Trellis, you gotta come visit. And Horatio, I would love to hear, though, from you, like, what's something that makes you really upset? What's a pet peeve of yours?
Oh, my.
I know the answer, but I'm not going to say.
Oh, I think it's people knowing what I'm thinking before
Great.
I know what I'm
People
thinking.
knowing what you're thinking before you're thinking. This would become
Yes.
your song.
What was that, Trellis?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
That would be your
my
song. And it's very fitting for Hylonimo, people knowing what you're thinking before you're thinking, because people know what you're feeling before you're feeling. So you would bust into song, Horatio, and I bet you'd be pretty popular there, honestly.
I would. I have recorded an album.
How many major cities do you have? Because I feel like Horatio could put on a tour for all of them.
Oh, he could.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Yes.
And be your roadie. I want to be your roadie.
Oh, I would allow you to be the roadie, but not singing in the band.
FeFeelya, do you think you might maybe you could be a backup singer?
You could be a backup if we turned your mic off.
No, not me. FeFeelya.
Oh, of course, she can do anything
gosh,
she wants.
I would
She can do anything
love
she wants.
that.
I'm just moving things around the stage. That's.
We should do a duet of some sort.
We should do a duet.
Oh.
I like
Yes.
Sunday Fun Day. I like that.
Sunday
There's
Fun
a title for you.
Sunday Fun Day. Sunday. I'm going to write that down.
And it's just about just about all the different toppings you could put on a Sunday.
I love it.
As you notice, I'm writing things down on a napkin in
Yes.
condiments. In case you're wondering why I was spreading
I did
condiments on
wonder.
the napkin.
Now, with all the Sundays, you must have a wide range of ice cream flavors as well. What's the most popular flavor for
Oh,
the
that's a
Sundays?
good question. You know, you do get your typicals.
Oh, your heart sleeve just turned John Bond.
Oh.
Well, this is
This is good. Whatever this flavor is going to be, it's going to be your favorite. I can tell.
Yes.
well, that's
yes.
you can't hide it. People get their typicals like chocolate vanilla. That's not my jam. Like I like a really, really sour, a sour ice cream, and I like a sour. It's not shrimp. Okay, I'm not going to steal your thing, Trellis.
Not going to have shrimp ice cream?
No, I like a
crime.
sour. I like a sour shark. Yeah.
Oh,
Sour shark ice cream.
I think that's a drink they make over at the bar too. Sour shark. Probably not the same thing, but
It's probably not, but there's a lot of things you can do because it's like a fierce drink and it'll attack your senses. And I'll tell you what it does is your heart, you're gonna feel like 100 emotions in like 1 minute. So
fear.
Oh
you
my!
you
Fear
do
is one of
you
them.
do feel fear, but then the
Fear.
next moment it's like you stabbed the shark. Sorry for shark lovers, but if you're being attacked, you'd stab the shark.
Oh.
So you go from fear to relief to celebration to love, because then you love the shark. There's so many emotions. It's just like
And then the next one is like a sequel.
yeah, exactly.
Sequel Sunday.
There's lots of water skiing in that one.
Yes, and sometimes the sequels aren't as good. Sometimes they're better. On any given day.
It probably depends on the person making it for you.
Also, could you have ice cream in 3 dimensions?
Oh yeah, yeah.
For the third sequel.
Exactly,
For the
three
second sequel,
dimensions.
the third film.
It's coming at you.
Third
Yeah,
ice cream.
exactly.
Yes.
Those are best
Yes.
eaten at a theme
Yes.
park.
Then the fourth one just doesn't make sense anymore.
No.
Doesn't make sense.
Shark Sunday's coming back out of nowhere for vengeance.
Tastes that have been established and are now just not
Yeah.
acting in that
Yeah.
tasty way they should.
No. I would imagine that the creators of Sundays are held in high regard.
I hold them in high regard.
I mean, it's the biggest
yes.
industry on Hylonimo by far. We have factories everywhere. We have Sunday tasters and testers, and I mean, they're scientists. It's huge.
I think Sunday industry is very important.
Thank you, Horatio. We'd like to think so too.
You say that's the most important industry on your planet?
It's the biggest industry on the planet.
The biggest. Now, yeah, what is the most important? Just because I use that word and now it's just...
Sure. Well, the most important industry is there are a lot of therapists on our planet.
And they prescribe ice cream?
Yes.
I think there's some backdoor dealings going on there.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of therapists, though, because people are having these emotions. They can manage them. They can't. Everyone can see them. So you might think the therapist's job is easy because you're just literally looking at the person's arm. But there's complications to it. And the therapists also work with scientists because sometimes we have to come up with the medications for people and who aren't able to.
Every person's ice cream prescription is different.
Oh, yes.
And you got to make sure you know the side effects.
Yes.
There's probably commercials on your planet, I assume, that talk about possible side effects like weight gain, happiness, tooth decay.
These are all side effects.
And of course, impotence. So.
Of course, and the thing about our commercials...
Always have to bring it back to impotence.
Trellis, I think you would have a song about that. Not in a negative way, I just feel like, well...
Impotence?
He would sing a song of celebration about impotence.
You could sing a song on our planet. We sing in the commercials when we list the side effects, it is a song, just so it's a little more entertaining. And that could be one of them.
Side effects me. That sounds wonderful. I'd love to have I'd love to have a job doing that.
Yeah.
Just to sing the side effects in commercials.
No kidding. Yes.
I have to ask quickly because we're almost out of time. But
yes,
maybe thinking about do you have theater or arts on your world? I assume actors. I just wonder because actors often have to portray emotions different from their own. How do you handle that? Because you could just see someone there emoting, I love you, and you can see on the wrist, it's like, no, I just don't care.
Well, that's part of the spectator sport of it all, is theater becomes way more entertaining because we can tell the good actors from the bad actors right away. Yeah.
Fascinating. I just had to ask.
So basically everyone's a method actor on your planet.
Yes, you have to be. And, if you have to show your sleeve, you can't cover it up in a theatrical production. So if you can't deliver the goods, you're not in the next show.
No Sunday for you.
Have to be deceptive with your emotions in order to be a successful actor, believable actor. Mm-hmm. I think that's beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
Well, this has been lovely. Horatio, do you have any thoughts on what the entry for the guy?
Let's see. There's so much on my napkin.
What was your poem again?
Oh, my poem? I had a poem. What was my poem? What was it about? What was the subject matter?
This is why you don't write poetry, because you forget it all.
Well, also, I forgot to write the poetry down.
Oh, gosh.
So, we'll just assume that would be dark red heart means rage.
I feel like it rhymed.
That's too specific. It did. Oh, no, I know. Broken heart, I see you.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. Hylonimo, broken heart.
I see.
Yeah,
that. That's very specific to one situation, but.
Well, type that in. Type that in and hit the old enter key.
Wow. And enter.
Wow. Hylonimo has now been entered into the lexicon of the universe.
This has been lovely. Thank you so much. The feelings here are real.
FeFeelya, yes. I'm going to have to drop you a line. Mm-hmm. You don't mind if I do come? Can I crash at your place on a sofa or something for like about 6 months?
Well, Trellis, you saw just a moment ago my arm was bright pink, with like happiness, and then when you mentioned the couch thing, it did turn.
That just turned brown.
It did turn a dark brown.
Ugh. That's a really brown.
Trellis has been known to turn couches a dark brown just by sleeping on them.
Yes, I can't lie. I'd love for you to come to the planet. I don't know about the 6 months on my couch thing.
I think you're wise. I have even more respect for you than I did when I first met you.
Thank you.
And even more because you obviously are very wise.
Well, I am going to just order some extra firecracker shrimp to turn my skin happy yellow. Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guest, FeFeelya Monk. I have been Trellis Gardeen.
And I continue to be Horatio Zinn. Until next time, keep your towels clean And if your mattress doesn't have the spring it used to, just wait for the next holiday weekend celebrating a famous dead person when Scorncellus Zeta holds one of its mattress blowout sales. So don't panic. Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, and Robin Lynn Norris as FeFeelya Monk. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
Shut up and sit down.